All right. Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you guys had a great week. Let's go ahead and kick it off with some wins for the week. Alex.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes.
Yes. I got two applications. The waiting on documents right now. Their income's kind of low. They're self-employed, so they write off a lot.
Okay.
And one would be about a 280 condo. So that one looks doable. The other one, they're looking into a $500,000 home, but they write off so much. And I received their bank statements and they don't even have enough for a down payment. So even if we go like a P&L route, they still need to provide that 15 to 20%, right? Which they don't even have. And originally was maybe perhaps getting into a down payment assistance program. And unfortunately, most down payment, all of them don't accept those kind of non-QM loans. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. No, you're welcome to Mortgage 2025. My goodness. Curious, where did you get those leads? How were those procured?
From a realtor.
Oh, very nice. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome.
I reach out to realtors and stuff like that. And I've been getting a lot of people that they call me when they have a lot of issues when they fall out of escrow. And they ask me questions. Like I had one with the condo that they fell out of escrow because of the non-warrantable or basically the appraisal on the balcony. So luckily with my experience, I'm able to provide insight on that and how I can help them. So I've been getting a lot of those lately.
Very good. That's awesome. Good job. Good job reaching out to agents. That is what we all should be doing. Win for the week.
So on our end, we haven't been this time of the year. We haven't been actively reaching out to new clients, but we have been maintaining. So we sent out Christmas cards to like existing and pre-existing clients, and then just to let them know we're still here and still working. Okay,
and continue those efforts. C.
Yes, win for the week for me. A couple of weeks ago, I did an open house actually in Chino Hills, and the traffic was pretty good, but I would say 50% of the attendees coming in actually were with their agents. So luckily for that day, the flyer that I had printed out really showcased our non-QM strength. And I really made an effort to talk to every single agent who walked through and then showcased our non-QM. So this past Sunday, I actually got a call from one of them with a referral.
Oh, great.
Yep.
That is awesome. Hey, great. Good job, guys. That's super sweet. Yeah. So if you guys don't mind me sharing here, with the individuals that I directly work with, we're making a huge push for non-QM, right? So, I mean, Alex, you've kind of really shed light on it, right? So for better part of now, really since the pandemic, it's just a fact, guys. It's just reality, right? So even for you as a non-producing agent right now, right? And this is in no way to shed light on, your happiness or your how content you are here with Giving Tree. But as a non-producing agent, right? You guys understand too. And for the producing agents who are living on commission, your dollar every day gets you less and less. It doesn't get you further in life, right? Every day it's less and less. That's just the reality, right? That's inflation, that's high cost living, that's California. You can see all of that. And obviously, not to only shed a very grim light here, but the reality is that, right? Are housing prices in California depreciating? No. Are interest rates necessarily coming down? Not necessarily, right? Are cost of goods just in general going up? Yes. And the wage earner who makes $80,000, $100,000, $120,000, even $150,000 can't purchase a home. That's not the message that I'm saying. However, I will say that it's getting harder, right? And so, like Alex, that's great. You got them pre-qualified for, I think, did you say in the first scenario it's a 250?
At 280.
It's 280.
We're
So
waiting on
now,
one more item before
yeah,
the
now,
pre-approval.
now we all know here whether you're a producing agent or not, a loan officer here. Where do you look for a $280,000 property, right? I mean, my point is it's going to eliminate a lot of areas, right? A lot of cities, right?
It's gonna be a condo.
Yeah, even a condo, right? I was at a Christmas party last week on Friday at a real estate office, and we were just talking scenarios and deals like we always do. And one of the guys, he was just saying, you can't even find a $650,000 condo anymore in Orange County in a decent area, right? And it's the truth. You can't, right? Unless you're willing to make some sacrifices, of course. But yeah, 280. I mean, I don't know if you can even find a 280 anymore in Hesperia in Victorville, right? So, what point am I trying to drive here? Is non-QM, okay? Because at least in America, and you guys have to understand this, right? What drives America is not your wage earners, right? What drives economies and moves nations is self-running businesses, self-operating businesses. Unfortunately, we like to, cut corners and not pay the taxes, and thus we can't qualify for a mortgage. So anyways, yeah, non-QM is a big push. I think in the beginning of 2026, it is something that we're going to probably revisit, almost do kind of in full circle what we did earlier this year. Because if you haven't caught the wave or understand that that's the wave to ride, you're losing out on a lot of potential business, and you really are failing your business. Okay? Because what is the average income earner coming out of college? 5 years out of college? What, 70 still? 80,000, if that? Fine, maybe 100. But unless they have a down payment that's sizable, we're not going to help these first-time home buyers, right? So great, good job. See, keep it up. Really, this is like we're gearing up, right? This month, we're September or December 9th. We got 20 days or so. But January 2026, I really do expect all of you here who's listening, who's a loan officer, even the guys that are new, Tariq and Paul, I believe, Sydney, I know you're studying for your exam, and whoever else here, really, really gear up and get yourself familiar with the non-QM products, okay? So thank you for sharing that. I think that's about it. If I'm missing anyone, feel free to raise a hand or speak up if you had a win for the week. For me, guys, my quick win is, so I have a principle, and my principle in business is I don't solicit friends and family. Okay? I don't. I solemnly vowed a few years ago, about 8 years ago, about, I don't know, 7 years into my career, halfway through, that I vowed that I stop. And I have my reasons for it. The one I'll share here, because I think it will hit home for all of you guys here, is this. Let's say you're working with a very good friend of yours, right? You get them pre-approved and you're going at bat for them 200 miles per hour, right? Because it's someone you know, and you're excited, like, hey, I'm going to have your back. I got you good. Trust me, right? And you're just excited, and your wheels are going, and you're just going over and beyond, customer service, right? And then your friend hears something, right? Talks to another friend. Mother gets involved. Mother-in-law gets involved, right? Church pastor, whatever, right? Oh, Ragnar, I heard this. Oh, Ragnar, I heard that. Oh, I went into the bank and because someone told me just check with your bank real quick, and the bank is having this promotion. And what happens, right? We are human beings, guys. Okay, I'm not trying to be preachy here, but we are human beings, and we have feelings, and we let feelings get the best of us. And one thing leads to another, and you lose the deal. Your friend a very good friend of yours goes a different route, right? I've experienced this personally one too many times. Okay. But in that process, you also see kind of the darker side of humanity, right? Let's just leave it at that. My win for the week, though, has been one, it's going to be, I kind of struggled how I want to say this, but one, I think is just being resilient, right? I want you to take that away as a loan officer. You're going to have your ups and downs. There's ebbs and flows. There's going to be some really dark periods in this career. Believe me, C and I've known him forever. That's why I pick on him sometimes, and I reference him a lot. There have been some dark times and we had to lean on each other, right? And obviously there's some really good times. But one, the win for the week is just to acknowledge yourself, acknowledge myself, that I've made it, right? That after so many years, I'm still here in this business, and there's a resiliency factor to it, right? You're kind of tenured, as people would say, with teachers and whatever, right? You're tenured. I'm tenured in this business. And so this weekend was a very emotionally I just had to sit back and just acknowledge the emotions of what came with being resilient. And that it was, I had 3 personal friends of mine that came to me over this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and even actually, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 separate friends that reached out to me. The mortgage gods were good to me this weekend. And they were friends that say, hey, I've heard really good things about you. And Rog, I know we're good friends, but this and this and that. But some of them are not first time. They've gone through the experience before. And they just say, hey, look, let's just cut to the chase. We're committed to you. Let's work to just help us, right? And we're committed to you. None of this other stuff. And because they've heard, because I tell my friends, I tell my network, I know a lot of people, if you will, through like different church groups that I've been a part of over the years. It seems like good things have gone, has been said, and so So my win for the week is more of an encouragement, you guys, to stay the course, stay committed, be resilient. There is going to be some dark times in this industry. Hey, I'll offer myself as to lend a ear to you if you need to just sound off or something. But you do need some partnerships. You do need some allies to kind of stay sane and afloat. It does get dark, and believe me, I know C has. I'm sure Peter has. We've experienced definitely the ebbs and flows of the industry.